Everyone, so today's problem of the day is concatenate non-zero digits and multiply by some 2. We have already done part 1 in yesterday's POTD. If you have not done it yet, you can check out in the description as well. There is a link for that. So this is like a part 2 for that problem. That previous yesterday's one was easy, and this is a medium, a little tricky. So what is given in the description? You are given a string s of length and consisting of digits. We are also given a 2D integer array queries where queries I equals to li comma ri. For each queries I extract the substring as from li index to ri index, then perform the following action. What action we need to perform in a substring? Form a new integer x by concatenating all the non-zero digits from the substring in their original order. If there are no non-zero digit, we need to keep x equals to 0. Let sum be the sum of the digit in x. The answer is x into sum. Return an array of integers answer where answer I is the answer of the ith query. And since the answer may be very large, we need to do the modulo of that answer. So in yesterday's question, it was easy. We will be giving one string, and for that string, we need to find this we need to extract all the non-zero digit, and then that non-zero digit integer we need to sum with we need to multiply with the sum integer, and that sum integer is the sum of all the digits of this previous integer, and we need to find this answer. That was like yesterday's problem of the day. In this, they have done a little tweak that they are giving us the string, and we will be giving one queries 2D string and 2D vector string of string, and we will be find first we need to find the substring, and from that substring we need to apply the same operation what we have done yesterday. So if we will see the constraint is like the string length can go maximum till 10 to the power 5. So if we are trying to form every substring and then we are applying that operation, then it will take like in forming the substring, it will take approximately big of n square time complexity, and then to apply operation in that substring, it will again take big of n time complexity. So it will be big of n cube. So we need to do some optimization to optimize this question. So what we can do it to optimize it. So we can, if we will, first we need to understand more with the help of this example. If we have not solved yesterday's problem, that is given in queries 0 to 7. So 0 to 7, if we will extract substring from this string, it will be 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 0, 4. So if we will extract all the non-zero digit, then it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we will sum all these values, it will be 10. Then we will multiply this into multiply this by sum. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. So we can return this for our zero index query. Then for one index query, we have 0 to 0. So 0 to 0, we will extract first the non-zero digit, then non-zero digit will be 2. Then non-zero digit we have extracted, and this is like 2. Then after non-zero we will sum it. So if we will sum this, then value of sum is also 2. So we will multiply this value with the sum value, so it is 4. So we can return 4. Same we will be doing for this, we will get 9. So the question here arises how we can optimize this. So to optimize this, what we can do is like we need to pre-compute the values. First we need to pre-compute all the powers, like if suppose I have given some string, suppose this only 1 2 3 4 0 2, suppose something like this, and I need to get the value from this here to here. Then how I can get the value from here to here? First I need to find the prefix value. Prefix value, like for this value we need to find this is 1. Then consider these 2, then it will be 1 2. Then consider these 3, then it will be 1 2 3. Then consider this 1 2 3 4. Then consider this, that will also be equal to 1 3 1 2 3 4, because 0 we will not consider. Then 2, then it will be 1 2 3 4 2. Suppose like this, we need to first pre-compute these value for every index, and then if we want to find for this this substring, if we need to find the value, then what we can do, we have the value till from here to here, that is 1 2 3 4 2. Then we have the value from 1, from this 1 2 also we have the value, that is this 1 2. Then what we need to do is like, from this value what we will do, we will first multiply this 1 2 value in with the length of this string. Length of this string will be, we will see, then it will be uh, it will be like 1 2 3, because this 0 we will not consider, so it is 3. So we will multiply this value with 10 to the power 3, so it will be 1 2 1 0 3. Then we can minus this value from this value, and we can get 3 4 2, the value for this substring. I think we can understand more with the help of solution only directly. It is easy only. First, in C++, there is an init function. Init function will run only once for every test case, and it will start. It will run in the starting. So this we are doing to find all the power value, like like for like we are finding 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2, 10 to the power 3. All these power value we are storing in this power 10 vector. Then this we are doing, this is the maximum string length, that is 10 to the power 5. So we will be having this all the powers till 10 to the power 5 size. And then we are using, we have this modulo. Then we are using this init function to calculate all the powers. This is easy only. Then if we are coming to the solution, to solution mein, I have declared this sum vector. Then sum vector I will be storing all the sum. Then this x vector I will calculate, as I have discussed in my previously also, 1 2 3 4 0 5 2, something like this is there. So we will be storing for this first index we will be storing 1, then 1 2, then 1 2 3 1 1 2 3 4, then 1 2 3 4, then 1 2 3 4 2. These values we are storing in this x vector. Then count will store how many non-zero digits are there. Then we will be starting from 0th index till n minus 1th index. And then what we will do, we will extract the digit. Then we will add that in our sum using the previous sum. Then if you will note, for the ith index we are storing in the I plus 1th index in the sum x and count. So we will be you need to remember that till ith index the value is there in the I plus 1 index of sum x and count. This I can let you know why we are remembering this. Then we will solve this x of I plus 1 equals to, if my digit is not equals to 0, then it will be x of I previous value into 10 plus this digit, and modulo MOD, because we need to, this can be a large integer, so we need to do modulo. And if it is equals to 0, then we will take the last index value only. And for count, if it is greater than 0, then we will do plus 1. Otherwise, it will be same like previous index. Then for all the queries, what we need to find, this is the left side index, then this is the right side index. Right side index, why we are doing plus 1? Because at the ith plus 1th index we are storing all these value in the sum x and count. So we will try to find the length. Length will be equals to count of r, because r is already we have done plus 1, minus count of l, because count of l will be having the value till l minus 1th index. So it will be having value till from l to r subarray. Then this will give us the length of the substring. Then value we will find, what we will do, value till r index minus value till l, and this length we are finding using this length and the power function. Then this we are doing so that it will not be the integer overflow, and we can it is within the limit only. Then we will be finding the sum will be sum of r minus sum of l, and then resultant will be that x value into that sum and modulo mod, so that that value is large, so we need to do modulo, and at the end we can return result. So if we will see at this example, it is taking time complexity big O of n only because we are using only two for loops of big O of n. And space complexity is also big O of n because we have used vector of size n. So I think I am able to understand. I'm able to explain this question to you. If you have any queries, you can even reach out to me in the comment section. I will try my best to solve all your queries there. This is a little bit tricky, I can understand, but the solution is like easy only. I hope it is understandable. If you have any queries related to any part of the solution, you can definitely reach out to me in the comment, and I will try my best to answer all your queries there. So yeah, thank you.